Howdy y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a update on my Pantastic palette for 2023. I guess I'm going to start with the true Pantastic palette from 2023, which is probably the most exciting. You may be asking, why are you doing your first update in June? And that's because basically a lot was going on with my life and I didn't really feel like filming. I have been working on these things, so this is going to be an awesome update so that you can get excited about that. But yeah, it was more so like it didn't really work with my life at the time to film, and it was giving me anxiety, so I decided to put it off, and here I am. And I'm just using natural sunlight, not a ring light, and for my eyes look pretty in the natural light. But anyway, so if you don't remember, this is my Pantastic palette for this year. And oh, I want to start off by, before I show you, I want to start off by saying that this was well loved before I even started this project, so don't think that I did all this progress like for now. But I have worked on this a lot this year. So this is what it's looking like now. So, and just to like, I'm not good at, I don't like editing videos, so like I know how good YouTubers like put a picture of like what it looked like before. If you're interested in that type of shot, go to my Instagram. I'm really good about putting comparison photos on my Instagram, which is at Sarah Katz Pans, Katz with a K. And yeah, I'm really good about doing that, so you can compare side by side, but for now I'll just describe. So basically I've had a lot of good progress in pretty much all of these. So these two are already empty right here. This one I finished off. It was like a cream satiny matte. I used it to help blend out shades. It already had a giant pan. I was just kind of like the edges, and I finished that off easily. So basically this one I did expand the pan, basically just like you can see the honeycomb in there. It already had pan before, but basically I just like expanded it, I guess. Same for these two. I believe these both already had a pan as well, but these are greatly expanded. You can see a good portion of the honeycomb in there now. But there's still a lot of product left, but yeah, anyway. And then this one I actually did use a lot. I want to say so at the beginning of the year I was working an office job, and so this palette was perfect for that, because with my years of usage I have to tally when I use things, and so this is nice because I don't tally when I use things, so it's just like good for like lazy times or like quick times that I don't want to mess with it. So I pull through that a lot. This shade and these two reddish, okay, so the red and the mauve are not technically like shades that I want to use up this year, but I do want to make progress on them. The rest of the shades I do want to use up. So this shade, you can see I have two more little baby pans over here. It is a very powdery shade because it's so old. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot to say, this project is a collaboration with the Pantastic ladies. It's something about an old palette. I can't remember the like catchphrase, but let me look real quick. Sorry, I have my computer right here. I'm just gonna look because I'm curious, so I can give proper credit. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, pen is incorrect. It's so annoying. Okay, I don't know what the pen is. Okay, sorry, I don't know what the pen is. So I think it's not old school. I think last year was old school, and then this year is like, I don't know. Maybe once my computer unlocks, I can tell you. But I'll put it in the description and the title. So anyway, yes. So this one is not technically required to use up, but I will use it. I've noticed that the shade fades extremely quickly. Like after I finish off this palette, I'm just gonna throw that shade away, honestly, because like the pigment doesn't last. It looks fine at first and then it fades. So like it just like and into nothing. And you would think that's crazy because it's like a really dark shade, but it fades away into nothing. This shade Icon, I'm trying to remember how big. Let me see if this will let me. I'm gonna try one more time, sorry. It says my pin is required to sign in, but how am I supposed to know what my pin is? I never use a pin. Okay, yeah, I don't know the pin apparently. So sorry about that. But yeah, anyway. Sorry, that was distracting for you probably. I'll turn that away. Okay, that one I'm pretty sure it had some pan, but I just expanded it a lot. I kind of use that as a transition shade. It's an easy shade. Once I finish up this shade, I have another shade in my years of usage project that I kind of want to use as that like basic transition shade for when I'm using this palette. This shade I have used probably like not too much, like less than 10 times, but it actually did expand the pan a bit from last time. I did already have honeycomb showing, but I expanded it on this side of the honeycomb a little bit. But that being said, I don't typically target my brush to the center. I try to wear it out evenly to avoid having to repress, which this one obviously like has a pretty distinct pan, but like when I do use it from now on, like I go around the sides. If that makes sense. Same for these. That's why like it looks like there's a lot, but there's really like it's pretty thin, if that makes sense. This one, I guess technically I do have pan. It's this one has made a ton of progress because, oh sorry, I just completely skipped that one, but I'll go back to it. This one has made a ton of progress because last time I don't think you could see honeycomb. Like maybe you could see like one tiny bar of honeycomb, but now you can pretty much see all the honeycomb. It's not like big shiny pan, but I do use this like almost, not daily, but like I would say at least like 4 or 5 times a week on the lower lash line. This shade did have pan before, but basically I just like very much expanded the honeycomb. I use this as a liner and in my outer corner. And then like I said, I used the shade up, which was a like a satin matte cream. I know those are not the same thing, but you know what I mean. Anyway, the shade Pioneer, I greatly expanded the pan on. It did have a pretty significant, like you could tell there was pan, but it was kind of like this before, I think. Like it was kind of like that kind of vibe, and now it's like this. I have been mixing it a lot with this shade to warm up this neutral shade if I'm doing like a warm look. And also I've mixed it with this shade to kind of tone down the mauve and like make it less cool toned. But yeah, I do like that shade. Sometimes I use it on its own, but yeah, by the way, in case you're wondering, I'm not wearing this palette today, but I do use this palette very often. So yeah, that's where we're standing as of today. Hopefully it doesn't take me another 6 months to post another update. But yeah, I didn't really think of goals for next time, honestly. I just kind of like reach for this authentically. I think if I'm gonna set goals, I would say to completely use up Icon, because that just seems like an easy one. And to make the honeycomb, like the silver part in the shade CEO, very noticeable. Like maybe have it like more like that type of vibe, like where you can really see the silver. And then just kind of just keep trucking along. Honestly, I'm being a little cocky maybe, but I feel like I could reasonably finish this shade right here because it's just like very easy to use. And honestly, none of these powders are like super like hard to use because they are old. So they're very easy. Yeah, like I said, at the end of this project, so my goal is to finish these 3 on top, this one, and then these 3 on, or all of the bottom, which I already finished one. So I think this one would be easy to finish, obviously. But yeah, hopefully I can, but the thing is, I'm, at the beginning of the year, I was very focused on this palette, and now I'm really focusing on my years of usage. So might see a little bit of a decline in the usage of this moving forward. However, that being said, I still want to do my best to finish it this year, which would basically take me the rest of the year, I think, because I'm a really slow planner. Okay, moving on to last year's pen that palette with 2022, which was old school pen that palette. These 3 shades up top, you can just ignore the bottom, they're not involved, but these 3 shades up top were what's left of my gilded gold shade from Ulta, which was the very oldest palette in my collection. I got it in like junior high, and I'm 25 now. So anyway, the biggest thing I can tell you is last time this brown shade was pretty much like covered. Like, I basically created that whole big pan. This I think there already was pan on these other 2, but I greatly expanded the pan. I think there was just like enough pan to have the center, and then I basically like cleared out all the rest. Honestly, I haven't reached for this in probably like 2 months or so, because I did use it a lot at the beginning of the year, and then I've been focusing more on my years of usage, and I kind of put these on the back burner because they're, I guess, not in the forefront of my mind. These are more for like when you work an office job, you know what I mean? But right now, like when I'm doing my makeup, it's typically to go out like on a date or go somewhere I want to look good, not just like rushing in the morning to put on stuff, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be hard to use these. It'd probably be smarter for me to press these into my Panda palette to make it easier, but that seems like a lot of work, and I just feel like I can easily like finish this off if I really set my mind to it. So I'm gonna stop talking about that. So anyway, that's the end of the update. I don't know if you noticed, which you probably didn't. There used to be a little wax shade down here that I got in like some Ulta kit, and I decluttered that. I just threw it in the garbage. Like, I didn't even save it for my declutter because I never even used it, and it was just getting really gross because all the powder kick up from this, it was like getting on it and making it nasty. And I have like my normal eyebrow routine, so I didn't see myself using it anyway. So yeah, that's that. I think realistically, if I wanted to, I could finish all of these off in the next update if I wanted to focus on it, but that being said, I don't. Like, I am enjoying focusing on my years of usage right now, and these were more of a focus at the beginning of the year, like the first 3 months of the year probably. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the update. I think it's so weird that I was wearing the same shirt in my last videos that I filmed, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? All right, y'all have a wonderful, blessed day, and God bless you. God bless your family. Bye.